I am so pleased to introduce our next speaker because he is truly the heart and soul of Justice Southbury. Please welcome back Jeremy Farrell.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for still being here. For anybody you don't know, my name is Jeremy. I am the rally coordinator of Justice Southbury, though these are all pretty informal roles. But I'm part of the group that's really been pushing to make sure this happens every single week and get things together. So I just thought it would be nice to share a few thoughts towards the end of this rally. We're in the home stretch. After this, I'm going to be passing it over to Rick and Julia to close us out. So I just thought we would begin by wrapping this all together. I want to start by talking about this sign. This is a sign that says, "An election won't stop this." You will also notice it's pretty, I don't want to say difficult to read, but it's not really great as far as sign making skills go. This was made in 2020 when I was here in November trying to make clear that we would not stop rallying just because the presidential election went one way or another. And I think it's safe to say, now that we're in 2024 election season, that an election didn't stop this. That we held true to our convictions, held true to our persistence, and made clear that not only do we care, but when we say we care, we mean it. And that is what I think about so much when I think of Justice Southbury. I think of all the incredible work that we've accomplished. And I'm going to forget some because I can't mention it all. Some of it's happened behind closed doors in people's personal lives where they just needed support or guidance. But when I think about us, the first things I think of are the fact that we have collected hundreds upon hundreds of bottles of juice for the Southbury Food Bank. We collected school supplies for refugee children from Afghanistan. We collected clothing and toiletries for survivors of domestic violence for Safe Haven. We collected clothes for homeless individuals in Waterbury, and we helped plant and fund and supply a community garden ran by Waterbury Mutual Aid that is free and open to their community. We have done so much work that I am so incredibly proud of. And I think about this a lot, especially as the rally person, I guess. What actually makes these rallies happen? And that's a conversation that's constantly happening. Is it just us showing up? Is it care? Is it passion? But when I think of what makes these rallies happen, I think of the people who are on this corner. Not only physically, but the people who make this corner what it is. When I think of what makes Justice Southbury run, I don't just think of me and John and Connie on the corner every week. I think of the sound system that Rick brings every week. I think of Connie's tracking sign that her ex-husband helped her put together. I think of the table that was given to me by my father because he knew he would need one for this. I think about the signs put together by my friend Beth, who is much better at art than I am. And you can see the difference between this sign and those signs that are much more readable. I think about all the other assorted signs and stakes that we have. Thanks to you guys, we have one that says come here every Sunday. We have ones that say justice for all. We have affordable housing as justice. We have so many things that we stand for on this corner that make this corner happen. I think about the tripod that was given to me by the Edelsons after the one my father gave me broke after 3.5 years of rallying and recording. And I think about the Long Johns recommended to me by my therapist to suggest how I would get through those cold days on the corner. And I think about the hope and the confidence that we've given each other, that we've grown within each other, and that we've helped nurture together. It's 4 years since the murder of George Floyd, and I see so many articles about how much progress we didn't make, how many promises and hopes were put in there, and the system has resisted change. It has refused to change. And I don't disagree. But when I think of what Black Lives Matter as a movement meant, especially to this community and other communities like ours. Yes, the system has not changed, but we have. We have changed. We have grown. We have learned. We have become better organizers, better activists. We have learned to show up. We have learned to prioritize. We have learned how to reach out to the right people, how to make sure we're not isolated, how to make sure we're fighting the good fight and supporting each other. And we are not done changing. The system can keep resisting its efforts, but we will keep pushing on them to change because we are not done becoming the best activists we can possibly be. I am so proud and thankful and honored to stand here each week with every single one of you in whatever form you have helped Justice Southbury be what it is. Because everybody who has contributed to anything has helped the rallies happen on this corner every single week. I think about all the lives that are forever entwined with Justice Southbury. Peoples whose personal lives have become entwined, not just through activism and organizing, but through having support and help through difficult times, knowing there were places they could go to feel loved in their community. I think of all the lives forever intertwined with Justice Southbury, and it makes me excited for the future. And that is not something that's easy to come by in these days. But I am excited for the future that I get to build with you all. And even after 4 years, I would say I'm excited enough to keep going, to keep showing up, to keep being fired up, keep being ready to go, and keep listening to everybody on this corner share what they need to and come here to be together as a community. Thank you all for making Justice Southbury what it is. Today would not happen without the support of every single person here. And those of you who worked even harder, who worked to make sure this happened, you know who you are, and you know you will forever have my thankfulness and gratitude and love, because I truly think we have learned how to love our neighbors. Thank you.